Hello and welcome to this presentation on the 6 simple steps to more sales and higher profit without spending money on advertising. My name is Eric Bakey, the Chief Combat Imagineer of my visual facilitation firm, where we are committed to more fun and clearing the way on the front lines of capitalism with cartoons. And the key to all this stuff I'm going to share with you might be a little bit of an information avalanche. I'm a combat veteran copywriter and now a direct marketing consultant. And I've found that there's a way to increase and grow your business without gambling on Facebook ads, contrary to popular belief. You can do it. I'm going to show you how I've helped lead, sell, innovate, and train to the tune of multiple millions of dollars. And I want to promise you that this is going to be a valuable learning experience with some quick rules of engagement. Is that I'm going to show you how to stabilize, systemize, and scale all of your marketing efforts. So it's going to be a straight line, and so a little bit of a drinking out of a fire hose probably, but that's why you've got this on a video, so you can go back, rewind, and watch it over again. But what I found is that when you build your business on advertising, that you're constantly chasing new customers, that it's a recipe for disaster. And I've also found that most of these marketing gurus don't know what the heck they're talking about, and that gambling on advertising is the cost of being boring. So if you follow what I'm going to lay out for you here today, I'm not promising any magic beans, but they are free and actionable takeaways from this training that hopefully you will go right to market right after this and be able to increase your sales and higher profits and have more fun. So without any further ado, I'm going to show you how to stabilize your business by getting everyone on the same page. Because often what I find is that what the salespeople are saying are very much different than what the marketers are putting out there as a brand representative for any business. And management really has no idea how to corral these cats. And I'm going to give you some quick tricks on how to do that, because ultimately you have to understand what each business unit, what their prioritizing is. And it's really an adversarial kind of arrangement. It's sales versus marketing versus management. So what I would recommend you to do is take a controlled pause, because you have to understand that sales, they only really care about the commissions. But it's the only thing that makes you money. So you have to play nice. The dollar bills, but you need to help them understand that it's not just accounts, it's quality accounts. No one ever talks about closing a lead to close an account, and ultimately helping them recognize that they need to know the number of set appointments, how many people actually show up, and then how many close. And you'll find also that the fortune is in the follow-up. It's not just the first time that you make a presentation to somebody, but the sale happens 4 or 5 times after the initial contact with the customer. So here's a quick 15-minute framework for how to persuade without brute force. I'm very much against the whole manipulative sales tactics, and I'm not going to be doing any kind of NLP fancy training. It's ultimately developing the rapport. Don't not underestimate the ability to get someone to know, like, and trust you before you start having a conversation about where are they going, what are they doing now, and what do they want to do. But you have to earn their respect and attention and respect their time. But ultimately, when you get into ready to have a sales conversation, radical candor is the modus operandi, and you need to understand, help them stretch their own rubber band. Help them see the future results. Vision drives decision, and then you bring them back to their current reality and help them identify the roadblocks. Your job is to make sure that they understand all of the options available to them, and that your job is just to help them make the best decision for them. And you need to verify that your product and service is the right fit, and that it's overcoming the right problem. And don't rush your way to the sale. Make sure it makes sense, be comfortable. Where are we going from here? Basically, you need them to be begging you to take their money before you prescribe what your solution is. But you can do this in about 15 minutes if you understand where you're going. because unless you have a process for selling your product, you're at the mercy of your prospect for not buying. And so here's a quick 15-minute framework that you can put on the back of an index card to follow to keep you the straight line to the sale. But ultimately, it's driving an inspiration in somebody else and finding the person, what makes them unique, their problem and their pain. So P to the third, and using emotion and enthusiasm to transfer to them, affirm that you've got the right problem, and it actually matters that you're pushing on the right consequences, because what matters to you does not necessarily matter to your customer. And then providing the one pill solution. It's not about providing every feature and benefit of your product. It's making sure that you have the right solution for your customer. And it's not about persuading them. Clarity trumps persuasion. And it's inspiring them to go from I don't know to I have to have this and by presenting them with new information. And when you do, the only difference between a $1 bill and a $100 bill is the message on the paper. Words means things, right? So when you change your message, you will absolutely change your life. So moving on to marketing. Marketing is all about conversion rate, lifetime value, net promoter score, and really it's a whole bunch of fuzziness, which is why I have a whole entire 8-hour workshop around how to articulate and amplify a value proposition and identifying the position in the market, the differentiation, the benefit in the brand, and ways to really dial in your personal philosophy, how to pick a fight and dominate in the marketplace, how to really dial in the value proposition, and using the appropriate dog whistles to resonate with your market so that you're polarizing people who will never buy from you and attracting magnetically the ones who are ideal for you. But that's a much longer conversation. And what I want you to walk away from is to think about your USP. What is the one sentence that you can say to somebody who is an ideal prospect that will immediately wake them up and say, holy crap, that's for me? Because most people are bored, they're overwhelmed, they're avoiding making a decision. And with your USP, it will stimulate that buying demand. And ultimately, you want to be able to shift from a unique selling proposition-based business to a unique strategy of preeminence. But if nothing else, you walk away from this training understanding that you need to have a reason why that you're showing up in the marketplace and why you're showing up in front of your customer. And without a compelling reason why, you're just going to be competing in an already commoditized marketplace. And so I challenge you to identify and articulate a reason for being and how you can differentiate yourself from anybody else. The real question you should be asking yourself, and really everybody on your team, and ultimately everyone that you do business with, should have the same exact response to this question. Why should I do business with you versus every option available to me, including doing nothing at all? It's apathy and inertia of doing nothing. That's your competition. It's not really the guy down the street. It's not Walmart with their lower prices. It's people's unwillingness to get out of their current buying behavior, which is typically delaying any kind of action whatsoever. And when you play at a bigger game, you can hear, these are according to Tony Robbins, and I would also agree, that these are the 6 human needs that are a sliding scale for anyone to take any kind of action. People are in a constantly shifting sea between certainty and variety, or else you wouldn't see the drugs epidemics that we've had. People are in constant shifting between significance and connection. Contrary to popular belief, I don't think that people are really all that afraid of public speaking. They just are more on the side that they don't want to be up on the podium. They want to be amongst their peers and connections. But we all want, in my generation, we all want to have that participation trophy. So it's just like you got to figure out where your buyer is on the sliding scale of significance and connection, and then ultimately once their Maslow's hierarchy of needs are met here, it's how are they contributing to the greater community, and what are they doing for personal growth? It's both. What are they doing to in a selfish aspect, or how are they, they're passing their legacy on, or the outward spiritual needs. And what I'm challenging you to do is to get out of the widget business and into the superpower business, to empower your customer to become a hero in his own journey. So we're going to move on to management, and that's all about profit margins, return on assets, and process. And you've probably hopefully seen this by now, but the 3 ways to grow a business are to increase the number of customers, increase the frequency in which they purchase, and how much they actually spend when they do pull out their credit cards. And here's a business model that this is from Ash and Lean Stack and all those Alex Osterwalder guys. All them, they're really smart. But if you actually take the time, it only takes a few minutes to draw out a one-page visual summary of your whole entire business. You will immediately see opportunities to find hidden money within your business. You'll see where you're bleeding. You'll see where you're missing sales and market opportunities, especially if you apply what I just showed you here before on what your sales and marketing teams are trying to accomplish, and show them that here's how they fit into the overall business process. And when you do this is developing an entire system, and you want to be able to replace yourself within the system, that anybody, any dummy could operate this one-page plan to move your organization forward. Because everybody in your whole entire organization has 24 hours in a day. They're probably at best giving you an honest 6 at work. So what are they doing one-on-one? What can they be doing to train the person beside them or below them? And what are they doing to produce leverageable assets in your business that you can sell much beyond their hourly rate one-on-one? And I would encourage you to find out where is the best use of their time. Is it spending their time doing 20% one-on-one, 30% of the time training, and 50% of the time working on some kind of leverageable assets? I would encourage you to take a look at that. What is the highest and best use of their time? And then work that system, because discipline equals freedom for you in the business, that you want to be constantly trying to replace yourself and guard your employees' time so that they're operating at the highest and best use of their time. If you find that if someone is doing sometimes $500 an hour work and sometimes doing $5 an hour work, you are stealing from your own company. Your job is to make sure that $500 an hour employee is doing that kind of work, and any time that they're doing $499 an hour, you got a problem. And that's especially if you're a solopreneur, you're stealing from your future success. If you're ever doing work that could be automated or done by somebody else, you're stealing from your own success. So what is your effective hourly rate? And take a second to think about it before you approach any task. Is what you're focused on day to day the highest and best use of your time? Ask yourself that. And how are you getting from where you are to where you want to be? That is the question. Then you get to work closing the gaps between what you know you should be doing and what you're actually doing, and giving everyone on your team the same they need to know what is the best use of their time and how are they getting to where they want to be within the company, in their personal life, what have you. Work tirelessly on a one-page plan to close those gaps. And I'm a little biased, but I would recommend using a little doodles, back of the napkin, or cartoons. I mean, none of this stuff is something that you need to engage some kind of professional cartoonist for. So now, finally, I'm going to move on to systematizing your success so you can say yes to less, which is actually the key. Is are you being effective with your time? And I'm borrowing a terminology from the military, but what does your commander's intent look like? It's a one-page visual summary that from the lowest private to the highest general, where does the company need to move? Where does the private fit in the team? What is your overarching vision for the company? what are 3 smart goals, uh, process-oriented and progress-oriented. What are the strategies that you're using in order to accomplish them? And then you can think about the tactics. But it starts with, at the CEO level, the founder level, what is the vision for the company? And how are the lowest privates in your organization moving your company step by step closer to where you're trying to go? And unless they have a one-page plan and that you're disciplined in moving those balls forward, you're really you have to continuously train this stuff. The masters are masters of the fundamentals. So here's a fundamental one-page plan to accomplish anything that you want. And I would, as far as sales and marketing goes, who are your best buyers? It's not necessarily about going out and getting more leads. You have assets within your existing company, within your existing business, that I guarantee you're not maximizing those assets, those relationships. And when you do want to go out to the new marketplace, I would encourage you to sell through a select handful of accounts, your dream 100 accounts. If you could only have 100 more transactions in your business, who would they be? I would encourage you to think about that and write it down. Think big. This is a strategy that I originally heard from Chet Holmes in The Ultimate Sales Machine, but I know that he got it from David Ogilvy, and David Ogilvy built one of the largest advertising companies that have ever lived, and he probably didn't invent it. So it's been around for a long time, and I would encourage you to write down and dream big and think about who would be the 100 accounts that you could sell through in order to attract more and more companies and customers and clients. Then you 80-20 that, and 80-20 again, you're left with 4 or 5 big dominoes. And you start working the plan. You go big and you focus. And when you do that, you can start to figure out how much can you spend in order to acquire your ideal customer. If you only had 100 more clients that you had to be able to go get, what could you spend in order to acquire them? What would they be able to do for your business? Well, good thing you've got some simple math for that, like your marginal net worth or lifetime value, if you will. But attach this presentation, I can give it to you. It's a simple worksheet on average number of sales, how frequently they buy. It's the 3 ways to grow your business, right? But realize that if you are able to get just one referral, it doubles your marginal net worth. You no longer have to spend money in order to go out and get those customers. That's bottom line profits. The value of that dollar is higher through a referral. They spend more. They don't need to be convinced. They don't need to go through a whole entire 4 and 5 salesperson process. They're typically one call closes. They pretty much sell themselves. So think about that. Like who would you be able to get in a relationship with that would long-term affect your business in such a powerful way that you wouldn't need to go out and continue to chase new customers? And what is the return on your relationship? How long do they buy from you? This is all. If I came up in the fitness industry, and often people are only just trying to sell that 1 or 2 or 3 month gym membership. But if you look at it, a lot of these people stay for 3 years. And maybe the entire big box of gym industry is based on the fact that they know that after 2 or 3 months, people no longer even show up anymore, and that's pure profit. Now, I would encourage you to develop a deeper bond with your customers and clients, and build programs and offers around getting results, not to sneak a subscription offer in on your customers and hope they don't notice. I don't encourage you to do that. But what happens when you start having more of a dialogue with your customers? You can actually make a lot more money working with fewer, having a deeper relationship with them, who are willing to stay with you, pay higher rates, and refer their friends. But you need to go about it in a much more focused manner and think about long-term nurturous relationships rather than as a marauding marketing salesperson that is just trying to get a quick sale and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and good luck with getting your results, right? So what is the return on your relationship? And that all affects your marginal net worth, right? So measure what matters. If you actually write down, it drives me, I can't help but laugh when I go into a restaurant. All they're worried about is that, you know, the $20 meal that they're going to serve me. They never think about the fact that how many times do I come back into this restaurant? Do I live around the block? Do I have a birthday? Do I have friends? I'm in business. Do I bring clients there? But no one ever asks you that. They get the one sale on that one meal. They never ask me when my birthday is. I can guarantee you that on a slow Tuesday night, if they text me that I can get some free appetizers, that I'd be in there in a heartbeat, and I'd probably bring some friends and spend some extra money. So measure what that initial transaction is, what the value of a long-term relationship with your customer is, and make sure everyone on your team understands their roles and how much that customer is really worth to your business. So I'll give you the actual 6 steps before you spend money on paid media. Step 1 is to leverage your existing assets. That's the customers that you already have within your business. And your customers are ultimately your employees, and they're your vendors. They're your people, they're lost customers. And there's lots of existing assets within your business. Then you go after your Dream 100. You've put together some simple math and figured out ways to approach them with your new strategy of preeminence about all the reasons why you're reaching out to them, and invite them back for some incredible dream come true offer. You innovate and integrate. You'll find that when you start reaching out to a smaller number of key accounts, you'll find which promotions, which sales scripts, which reasons why work best and why people actually bought from you. And so now you can integrate those specific salespeople, those specific approaches, the specific medium, whether it's phone calls, emails, direct mail, whatever. You can figure out which ones are working better, and then reach out and really dial into your database. You're going to find those lost customers, those leads that you generated that never converted. You're showing up unlike anybody else. You're giving them all the reasons why that your business is a category of one that they can't get anywhere else. That's step 4. And then step 5 is look at the opportunities to make money with your friends. Each one of your vendors should be able to articulate your USP back to you. That's when you know you really have got it right. When your vendors are able to say back the reasons why that they are happy to do business with you and work with you. They'd be happy to refer you. And it's opportunities to set up joint ventures and strategic alliances, which I'm going to get into here in a little bit. And even barter and trade opportunities. There's ways to improve your cash flow without ever spending on money. So as you grow, there are other businesses who are excited to grow with you. And especially if you are able to put together offers which include them as you grow. Then it's all about pig-headed discipline and determination, optimization of each one of your processes, and developing IP. I mean, there's a huge opportunity to license your systems and processes to businesses outside of your immediate area. And that's probably a little bit too much, but there's just realize that there's these huge opportunities to improve your overall profitability without ever spending a cent on advertising, or risk getting shut down with a promotion-based business, or getting hooked on that, spending tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars on advertising that probably doesn't work all that well, as well as a word-of-mouth referral from a high-value customer or prospect. So just think about that, because I know I've worked in a company where we spent $68 million over 60 days, and it made me sick how much wasted that was, because we were generating 4,000 customers a day. But if you look at our reviews online, there's like a 1- and 2-star reviews, and it drove me nuts that you can continue to shout at the rooftops that you've got a great product and service, and meanwhile your existing customers aren't getting the results they want. Whenever I see like a 10% off coupon for new customers, it just feels like It's like, I see what you're doing. What about the value customer that's been coming to you for a long time? Just think about that. Your customer's watching. And that's why, I mean, I have an entire process around going from an audit to bringing in, like I have a process around how I accomplish results for a company. I could show you exactly where you are in the buying process. And now I can license my system out to other consultants. I have a process for generating results. And I mean, I'm working to license my intellectual property to massive publishing companies that, as a copywriter, that I can train your in-house team to produce 7 and 8 figures. So it's like, when you have a process, you can license that out, and you can show a customer is very happy to see that you have a way for getting them results. So having a process and working the process instead of having a promotion-based business is the opportunity to uncover hidden money within your business. And so finally, I'm going to show you how to leverage your time, talent, and limited resources at scale with strategic partnerships. It's a huge opportunity, because ultimately, we already talked about, like, where is your customer before, during, and after they do business with you, and where are they spending money? They can be spending, and what are their buying behaviors? Like, are they buying books? You know, it's one thing to buy a $20 book. It's another to buy the same content packaged differently as a $500 course. And ultimately, if you turn that into a continuity or a workshop or a long-time leverageable intellectual property asset, that could be making money for you on autopilot, as you sleep, forever, and ultimately create generational wealth from something you do one time. That's talking about creating an asset with a customer and a system and process that you can then license to other people. And ultimately, people spend, like, how long will they come back? And this is all that marginal net worth, lifetime value stuff again. But really, the fortune is after they've done business with you, and it's creating a dream come true result for your customer. And I had alluded to this before, but how do you create a category of one offer? You don't have to be all things to all people, but you could be the collaborator and put together the offer. So when I was in the fitness industry, we would sell little black dress challenges. We would sell to an affluent 45-year-old woman, turn back the clock basically and look great, get your bikini back and look fantastic in your little black dress. We would go out and we would sell a $1,000 offer to both existing customers who are already members of a high-paying health club, but we'd sell this 6 or 8 week challenge and then go out to new customers at their nail salons. So the offer was we get them their nails done, their hair done, we get a before and after picture where it comes with supplements, it comes with a training package. We create this whole entire dream come true where we pick you up in a limousine and take you to a nice restaurant. And it's this whole entire thing. It's the Biggest Loser challenge that included all these little draws from all around the community. And the community sold it for us. And this is a $1,000, $1,500 offer to existing customers. And guess what? We didn't own a nail salon. We didn't own a yoga studio. We didn't own a limousine company. We didn't own the restaurant. But we put together the package and sold it to our customers. And then we gave pieces of that offer to a nail salon because they're satisfied with what, $25, $40 for their nail customer. Now they get an opportunity to sell a $1,000 package to people who are captive customers. So we're helping them make more money from their existing assets, and just by putting together a category of one offer, a dream come true state for our customers. And that's all through strategic alliances, joint ventures. So it's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. And I know it's really hard to see things that maybe that don't exist, right? Not yet, but I would encourage you not to get trapped inside your existing box, to see things. What could your business be? What could the kind of relationship be with your customers? You know, it's the component parts of a cell phone they are all licensed out. Like Apple is delivering the dream come true with the iPhone, but they have brought together pieces of that phone from all over the world. The people aren't buying the little processor in the phone; they're buying they're part of a the Apple cult with that cell phone. Right? What does it say about them by owning the Apple cell phone? You know, no one's buying an alternator for their car. That's like they want that ride to the restaurant. They want to look cool in their car. So putting that all together to create a great piece of transportation and a dream come true for your customer, selling the whole package. What could your smaller part of a business be when combined with a bigger picture dream come true result for your overall customer experience? And it's really, it helps you grow your business instead of from like incremental 0 to 1 kind of processes. I'm a fan of Grant Cardone and all, but 10x is, you can't work 10 times harder and get 10 times more money. It doesn't work that way, but you can actually go 100x. But how do you do that? It's through collaboration. And I'm going to leave you with this little the story that will illustrate my point. So fire, water, and trust go into the woods, and they start looking at each other and they start getting deeper. And fire looks at the group and says, "Hey, if we get separated, don't worry. Just look up, and wherever you see smoke, that's where I'll be." And water looks at the group and says, "Great. If you can't find me, look for the green grass in the meadow. That's where I'll be." And trust looks at the group and says, "Well, you better worry about if you lose me, because if you lose me, you'll never find me ever again." And that is what is important about creating this collaborative strategic alliance network, because strategic alliances are an implied endorsement of your business venture. So if you're just getting started, if you're a startup, it's a huge opportunity to get endorsement from a bigger company. And if you're a bigger company, you can basically use use a startup as your R&D opportunity, the merger and acquisition opportunity to endorse a smaller company and help them grow, and as a part of a strategic alliance, bring them up as part of an M&A deal, roll-up deal. So it works both on the small side and the big side, as well as the SMB side on the gym offer I just described. And what makes it so important is because we're constantly bombarded by bad marketing. It's never been more important now to be super clear about what you're saying. Clarity trumps persuasion. It's about relevance and an invitation to do business with you and a dream come true result. It's not about shock and awe advertising. It's about surprising and delighting somebody in the buying process of wanting what you have. And it's by showing up as part of a relevant offer and dream come true, doing basically something that doesn't scale. Thinking about what would a handful of your dream customers do for your business. And so, like a theme of this whole thing, I've got your 6, right? As a veteran, I want to show you that I got your back, but here's how to go from idea to income or 30 days or less of watching this video. So audit your sales and marketing process for wow. Check your money math with that marginal net worth and strength. Do a SWOT analysis of your business plan, like whether you use the one-page canvas that I was showing you earlier, or if you just take out a piece of paper, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, go ahead and do that and see about how you can turn those opportunities, those obstacles into opportunities. Play prospect, secret shop yourself and your competition. See what are they doing that you could do better? What are opportunities that they're not fulfilling that you could offer them, and shift from a competitive to a collaborative mindset. Articulate, amplify your vivid vision with a value proposition workshop. Reach out to me. I'm going to be doing a deep dive on that vivid vision workshop. I keynoted a talk at Texas State University for the ROTC candidates, showing how I've been able to leverage my proven military concepts and simplify them for a civilian audience. But I've got some IP for you, some free IP that help you dive into your commander's intent and vivid vision. I'll be doing some more trainings around that, but if you want to reach out to me, I'll show you how to do that so that you can make sure you see that. But ultimately, making sure that everybody knows what your unique strategy of preeminence is, or USP. Make sure that they all know it on your team. Then sell yourself first. Sell your employees, your existing clients. Go out to lost customers and unconverted leads first, and then focus your efforts on a Dream 100 opportunity to integrate throughout your entire organization. But ultimately, it's simply like, keep it simple, salesman. We used to say keep it simple, soldier. Keep it simple, stupid, right? But keep it simple, salesman. But if you do want some extra help in this regard, I'm not promising any magic beans, but I do have a process for auditing your entire sales and marketing process. And it's really like I'm a sales detective, and being that I use cartoons, I can simplify and show you exactly where the money is. And if you want to see how you can do this, I mean, you can choose your own adventure here. You can do it yourself. Give you a book, a workbook, and masterclass recordings just like this on how to find the hidden money within your business. I can do it with you. We can do a group mastermind intensive with some other people in both similar and competitive businesses that hopefully you'll be able to walk away with some joint venture strategic alliances from just part of the group. I'd be happy to help you put that together, but we'll be doing a focused training over the coming weeks. Or basically, I'll do it for you, where I'll come in and do a business growth audit and write out your found money blueprint and show you exactly how to, in 30 to 60 days, exponentially increase your sales and profits without spending any money on advertising. And if any of that sounds interesting to you, this is exactly my process, where we audit your business. I'll go through the whole thing. Like, I will secret shop you and your competition, articulate what makes people buy and why they don't. We only need about an hour of your time to have you. I'll record you selling your business to me at concert pitch. Show you. We'll check all the math so they can figure out exactly what your marginal net worth is and what it could be. I'll help you put together basically a story brand sales pitch and homepage. It's copy, but basically articulate your USP, your unique strategy of preeminence, and put together an entire roadmap to success to capture and dominate a marketplace in the most collaborative way possible. But I can do it all for you. But it starts with it starts with an audit. So I only take on a handful of clients, and only those who I can get exponential results for. So if any of them sound interesting to you, whether you want the book and workbook to do it yourself, you want to be part of a collaborative mastermind, or you want me to do it for you, you can go to my Calendly link and schedule a triage call, just 15 minutes to see if you're a good fit. And that's at calendly.com/Eric Bakey, or just text me. That's my real number. Text me, show me the money, and I'll know that you saw this presentation. And try not to do it in the middle of the night. I would appreciate that, because that is my real cell phone number. But I am a real person, and my name is Eric Bakey, and I hope that you have enjoyed this presentation. I'm on a mission to combat and imagineer more fun in your business on the front lines of capitalism. And I hope that if you have any questions, you can reach out to me at eric@ericbakey.com. Thanks a lot for your attention.